Thank you, Claude. Lady Mustangs there. Welcome back to the wrap-up. It's now time for our game of the week. The Clarendon Broncos taking on the Wellington Skyrockets for the 2-2A Division II District Championship.
That's right. The Broncos undefeated, while the Skyrockets, of course, we mentioned right for the break, only blemish on the record, that 1-point loss to Childress back in week 1. Let's check out how you, the fans, voted at home, and 65% of you like the Skyrockets in this one. Let's head out to the game.
Right. Of course, Broncos led by first-year head coach Clint Conkin, and what an accomplishment to go undefeated up until this point.
All right, we're going to pick this one up in the third quarter. Wellington's Luke Williams going to come through the blur there.
Yeah,
as he's going to take the kickoff to start the second half. What?
To the house.
He's taking it all the way 80 yards to pay dirt, makes it 43-0 Wellington. Oh my goodness. Now later in the third quarter, Williams, once we get done with the hero shot, here we go. He's going to float one out over the defender, finds Mason Folk for the touchdown. PAT would be no good, makes it 49-0. Broncos not going down without a fight though. DeMarjay Cortez, he's going to take the sweep down the sideline. He's going to attempt to give the Broncos some life. They have a shot, but he gets shoved out of bounds. They would not score. And about 2 minutes to go in the game. A few plays later, the Broncos getting into the red zone, looking for their first score, but Wellington's Holcomb coming off the edge and seals the deal with a huge sack. Look at the Skyrockets putting up the shutout tonight, 49-0.
That's right. Well, News Channel 10 Sports, Ralph Cooper. Oh, look, them celebrating there with the district championship. Well, News Channel 10 Sports, Ralph Cooper caught up with head coach Wade Williams after the game on their championship.
All right, big game of the week here, Wellington versus Clarendon, and it was a little chilly out here today, but Wellington brought the heat. I'm here with Coach Wade Williams. Coach, congratulations, new district champs. Sometimes good.
Well, it's great. Feels great. Our kids, you know, we got a lot of stuff on down the road, we feel like, but tonight was good. You know, it was a good Clarendon team. They were undefeated. They're well coached. They played hard. And our kids, we made some plays and some outstanding catches early, and we started fast.
Now, what were you telling your guys leading up to this week? We know Clarendon was undefeated coming into this game, and you guys know this is the district championship game. What were you telling your guys leading up into this week?
Well, you know, we felt like we played in some big games. We got about 19 kids on this roster that played in the semifinal game last year, so we felt like that we knew how to compete in a big game. We just reminded them that Clarendon was going to be ready. You know, they had a lot of emotion. Their town was pumped up. The kids are playing hard. They're doing well. So we just want to be ready for that game.
How important is this game for your seniors?
Oh, it's all about getting kicked off. It's all for real from this point on, but to start fast, you know, when you get this kind of start, you start peaking at the first, the playoffs, it'll take you a long ways.
All right, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, another game of the week. We got one more left, but this game was a great one. Wellington came out and shut out Clarendon in a convincing win for the district championship. But for now in Wellington, Ralph Cooper, News Channel 10.
All right, thank you, Ralph. Well, in the same district, Memphis has the third seed on the lock, hoping to get a win tonight against Rawls to push them into the postseason next week. Only a couple plays into the game, and Gennaro Scenarios hands off to Andrew Alexander there, and he'll score a touchdown. Then later in the game,
Scenarios is throwing out to Clifford Bird for a big game.
Not long after, Serious. I am butchering your name. I apologize. Hands it off to Alexander again for another TD, making it 12-0 Memphis. And they would then go for two with Scenarios. This time hitting it off to Tim Anderson. That would make it 14-0 Memphis. And the Cyclones with a shutout victory overall, 49-0.
All right, Boys Ranch taking on Stratford. Of course, Stratford clinched the division title last week. We're going to pick this one up in the first quarter. Scoreless Daniel De Casas going up the middle with a big 12-yard gain for the Elks. Excuse me. Then in the next play, DeCasas, he's this time going to rip off another one, going right up the sideline. Huge 30-yard gain. Stratford in business. That one's for the touchdown, makes it 7-0. But the Rough Riders on the next drive. Jose Edens back to pass. And he's picked off here by Luden Romero. Almost looked like he was fielding a punt. And he's going to take this one back with a lot of blockers. Ooh, nice block there as he takes it and fights his way into the end zone, makes it 14-0. Now, a little later, we got more Stratford. Shea Hess going to get the rock, And he's just going to rip through the Rough Riders on this one all the way to the house. 21-0 Elks. They get the shutout of this one, 49-0.
Momentum there heading into the postseason. Keep it moving with Fritch taking on West Texas High in the first quarter. Jalen Conyers going to link up with Seth Young for a 15-yard gain. Great catch there.